to recruit great people. Well, there's millions of recruitment companies out there, and they'll all get people for you. But what do you want? Do you want arms and legs, or do you want someone who's actually going to make a difference and make your business go mad and for the right reasons? Because recruitment is the single most important thing you do as a manager, either for your team or for your whole business. If you get the right people, you'll have an easy life. If you get the wrong people, you spend your whole time dealing with problems. So recruitment's the most important thing you do. Now, the manager's role is to get work done through other people. The great managers are the ones who have plenty of time off, are relaxed and carefree, yet at the same time have got high-performing businesses. And that seems like a contradiction in terms, but you have a look at the great people, the great managers who do this sort of thing. Take, for example, Richard Branson. They're pretty relaxed and calm, they know what they're doing, they've got all the right processes in place. So, how do you recruit great people? Because it's the single most important thing you do. Now, the first thing to realise is that most people are fairly disassociated from their jobs. And in a recent Harris poll, where they asked a huge number of people in the US whether they felt they possessed more skills, talents and abilities than they were able or even allowed to use at work, there was a resounding agreement that that was the case. I think 78% of if my memory serves me right, something in that sort of region, of people said that they possessed more talent, skills and abilities than their job or position encouraged or even allowed them to use. What an incredible waste. Now, the problem is that most people are still recruiting with an industrial age mindset. In the industrial age, machines were more valuable than people. The purpose of people was to operate the machines. The machines were the expensive things. They were the things that took investment and time and effort. People were expendable. You know, if someone's arm got chopped off, you just got another one. Not another arm, obviously, another person. So this is the mindset that most managers are working from. You know, that actually the most important thing is just to get a person to do their job, and we'll train them later on. Well, we all know how successful that is. You know, you can train for skills, but it's much, much harder, not impossible, much, much harder to train for attitude. So, first thing is, look at your customer focused mission. From the point of view of your external customer, we're not here to make money, we're here to do something so well that these customers want to give us their money time and time again, come back regularly, buy more, and tell their friends about how fantastic we are. So that's the external customer. But what about the internal customer? Well, the internal customer's point of view is we are here to provide a workplace of choice, a workplace that's so fantastic that people rave about us to their friends and remain loyal to us throughout their career and engaged and committed to our success. Now, a great example of that would be someone like Richer Sounds or John Lewis, absolutely brilliant retailers, people who engage and motivate their staff by having great systems, great feedback systems, great reward systems, partnership systems. So first thing is, look at your mission. Are you just providing a salary or an income, or are you providing something that people can get excited about? Because if you're not providing something that people can get excited, motivated, turned on by, then how likely is it you're going to get people that are excited and turned on by it? Highly unlikely. So, look at your mission, look at how you do it from your internal customer's point of view. Number 2, recruit for attitude more than ability. Of course, you know, if you're a lawyer, you've got to recruit someone who's got lawyer's ability, you've got had the right training. Of course you do. But actually, the most important thing to recruit for is attitude. You want to recruit people who want to make your business great and your customers happy. That's what you want. You want to recruit happy people, you want to recruit positive people, you want to recruit people with high emotional intelligence. So it always amazes me when I see adverts for recruitment when people say, we need people with experience. No, you don't need people with experience necessarily. You need people with attitude. You can train the experience. You know, so was a lovely article in the paper in 2006 for the London Marathon, when there were some Maasai warriors coming over from Kenya to the London Marathon, and there was a briefing note that went to these Maasai warriors. It said, most people in London don't smile because they work in jobs they don't enjoy, which I thought was classic, absolutely fantastic. So get the right people who want to enjoy and make the most of what it is you do, okay? So if you're in a business that's not very good at pleasing your customers, you need to have a look at that. Anyway, customer focused mission, internal, customer focused mission, external. Secondly, customer's real needs. Customer wants to trust you, wants to be you to make their life easier, and wants your attention. Okay, so they want to trust you. Be honest about what you do and you don't offer. Don't mislead people. Don't play it up. Say, look, actually, we're a really tough place to work, but worth it. And that's more what you want. You don't want to be saying, hey, we're really great, we're fantastic, everybody loves it. We all know that's bollocks. We're a tough place to work. We are the place that really gets people working hard, but we only want the best because of that. So, you know, be honest, be trustworthy, and go for the best. Don't just go for okay. Attention. Be unusual. You're just working with a pub recently. Big sign outside the pub. We're looking for happy people. Great. That's exactly what they are looking for. We're always looking for happy people to work with us. Fantastic. That's exactly what they want. Be unusual, be different. You know, this pub recruits online via video on their Facebook page. They don't want CVs. What do you want a CV for? Boring, boring, boring. Doesn't tell you anything. So most of it's made up anyway. You know, got all these exactly. Well, I won't go into that. But they recruit via video. What they're looking for is people who are motivated, lively, enthusiastic, and going to make their customers happy. So work out a way of recruiting that's different, unusual, positive, exciting, engaging, because that's what the sort of person you probably want running for working for your business. Of course, unless you're an accountant, maybe. But that's the customer's real needs, and the customer wants to feel like you care and they're getting some attention from you. Okay, that's fine. Make sure you react to every application you get. Thank them, tell them what you're going to do about it, and make sure you then do about it. Never, ever, ever, never, 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 never ignore people. If you ignore someone who is writing to you to say, actually, I'd really quite like to work for you, or sending you a CV or whatever, even though that may not be what you want, as we just discussed, why would you ignore them? You must be mad if you do. And so many people do this. You know, I had a phase in my life when I was looking for a job. As you can tell, no one would employ me now. But I had a phase in my life when I was looking for a job, and probably only 1 in 10 of the people I wrote to even bothered to reply. How rude, how ignorant, how stupid. You know, because I could tell you now exactly who those who those companies were. I could tell you, so-and-so company, I wrote to them and they didn't even bother to reply to me. And what would you think about that company? What would you think if I was your friend, we'd been talking about it in the pub? Well, you just think they're ignorant, and they are. So always reply, always say thank you for replying, and then tell them what you're going to do, whether you're going to speak to them, whether you're going to follow it up, what you're going to do, okay? Next, go the extra inch, okay? Go the extra inch. Always over-deliver to the applicant as to what you're going to do. You know, what if you say you're going to call them within a week? Call them within 3 or 4 days. Simple example. If you say you're going to get them in for a chat, phone them immediately. Get them in immediately. If you say you'd like them to come round for a cup of coffee, make sure it's a cup of coffee and a piece of cake. You know, just slightly over-deliver. Be someone who wows people in small ways, okay? And go the extra inch in the second way is in your processes. Look at your recruitment processes and work out how you can systematically go the extra inch on everything you do. How can you make sure that you get a little bit better consistently on getting the best people to apply to you, and making sure that the people who would be unsuitable don't apply to you, because you don't want to waste either of your time. So how can be that? How can you improve it inch by inch to make sure that when people do apply to you, you respond quickly, you respond effectively, and you have an effective filtering system to make sure you're talking to the right people and not talking to the wrong people? Go the extra inch in your interview system. How can you put an interview system in place that gets the right people doing and saying the right things for the right reasons? You know, so many people don't use the key resource they have at their disposal, which is their own people. You know, surely the best person to conduct the initial interview or to give you feedback on this person and what they think of them is the person who's got to work alongside them and the customers who might be being served by them. So use these people, get feedback from them, tell the applicant how you're going to measure them, what you're going to look for, and how you're going to get feedback, and make it objective and fair and straightforward and simple. And it's pretty simple stuff, so do it, get it, go the extra inch. And then of course measure. Well, we've already just covered that. Get the feedback, measure their performance, put some key measures in place for the recruitment. What is it you're looking for? So for a simple example, just working with a hotel, they're looking for, in the initial interview, the number of smiles. They count up the number of smiles this person makes in the half an hour of the interview. That's the single most important measure of the interview. What a great example, great idea. They measure customer feedback if they give this person a trial. They measure colleague feedback if they give this person a trial. And they have simple, powerful systems in place to put these simple measures in place. So these measures start filtering out people who are not going to be suitable and not be happy, because the worst thing you can do is take on someone who is unsuitable for your business. That's a lose-lose-lose outcome. They lose because they've taken a job on which is no good for them. You lose because you get poor performance, and the customers lose because they get a poor experience. Everybody loses, so get the right people. So put some measures in place to make it simple to review them and either promote them and make them fantastically happy and motivated, or move them out of the business constructively, or not even take them into the business in the first place. Two great examples of great measures here. Richer Sounds, fantastic hi-fi retailer in the UK, absolutely unbelievable company. Their people in their business start off as associates, I believe they call them, and they ask all of their customers for feedback on their receipts, little self-stamped addressed envelopes. Really powerful, really great company, well worth having a look at them. Now, as soon as the associates get 100 excellent feedbacks from the customer, they are promoted from associate to consultant, and they are given a substantial pay rise. What a great thing, fantastic. So associates are always looking for feedback, and they're always looking to improve and deliver fantastic customer experiences so they can rise from associate to consultant. And another great example of someone doing something brilliantly is Zappos in the US. Zappos, when they take people on, after the initial induction period, they offer the applicant, I think it's $1,000, certainly a substantial sum of money. They offer them a substantial sum of money to leave, because they only want the cream of the cream. They only want the people who are genuinely motivated and turned on and love working for this company. So they say to them, look, you've been here a month, whatever it is. If you want to leave now, that's absolutely fine, and we'll give you $1,000 to go away with no obligation, just a gift from us. Thank you very much. $1,000 obviously on top of their paycheck and their terms, everything else like that. Give you $1,000 to go away with, and that's great. You know, we've enjoyed your association, but we only want you to stay with us if you really want to stay with us and are prepared to turn down that $1,000 today. Fantastic, great idea, great example. Because they know that it's crucial to get the right people in your business. The world is ever more competitive every day. There's global competition arriving overnight. Barriers to excuse me. Barriers to entry in the global market are falling all the time. And customers are becoming more empowered. They can feed back about you over the touch of a button, and either make or break you literally overnight. So you have to get the best people. You have to. It's the single most important thing you do. So there are some ideas about how to do it brilliantly, and of course, as ever, if you'd like us to come and advise you on some of these ideas and how to make it happen for you, then please give us a shout. You know where we are, and we will help you make this the most fantastic thing that you do, because it's critical that you do that. Cheers, thanks for watching the video, and good luck.